Hello guys, welcome to this YouTube channel Digital Academy. And today we are going to see Python package NumPy, and this session is going to be the complete hands-on session. So please be ready to have Jupyter Notebook on your desktop. Okay, if you are not installed Jupyter Notebook on your desktop, please watch our YouTube channel Digital Academy video, install Python and Jupyter Notebook on your window desktop. Okay. And before we jump into the hands-on session, let me give you some quick introduction about NumPy. What is NumPy? NumPy is a Python library used for working with arrays. NumPy stands for numerical Python, and it's the backbone of all kind of scientific and numeric computing in Python. Why do we need NumPy? In general, we have lists in Python programming language that serves the purpose of array, but they are slow in process when we compute huge amount of data. One of the main reasons we use NumPy is because it's fast. Array are very frequently used in data science and machine learning fields, where speeds and resources are very important. Which language is NumPy is written in? NumPy is a Python library and is written partially in Python, but most of the part that requires fast computations are written in both C and C++. Where is the NumPy code base? As we all know, NumPy is a open source Python package and is located at this GitHub repository https github numpy folder. Okay. As a first step, we have to import NumPy package into our Jupyter notebook. I'm going to add command on each cell for your future reference. Okay. Import NumPy. Import NumPy as NP. And NP is the alias name for NumPy package. Okay. And np dot underscore version underscore version is an attribute which will display the NumPy package version. Okay. 1.18.1, and it's almost the latest one which we are going to use throughout this hands-on section. And in this sections we are going to see data types. Let's create NumPy array. To do that we need Python list. I'm going to create a Python list first, and then I will convert that list to NumPy array. Square bracket of number, sequence of number. Okay, here is our Python list. Now I am going to convert this Python list to NumPy array. NumPy np is the NumPy package alias name and array function with parentheses. So here is our NumPy array. Let's assign this to some variable array and check the type of this array, AR or AY. See, here is our NumPy array, and here you could see ND. ND denotes the dimension of array. Dimension may vary, depends on the structure of array. Let's check the anatomy of an array. It's a one-dimensional array, and here is the two-dimensional array. Here is our three-dimensional array. In one-dimensional array, it has one row and three column, and it's the shape. Shape is 1, 3. The NumPy value 1 row and 3 column. Okay, fine. And two-dimensional, here we have 2 row and 3 column. The shape is 2, 3, and it denotes two-dimensional array. Okay, and here is our three-dimensional array. Here we have two sets. Start with the set 2, and here 3 row in each set, and we have 3 row and 3 column. So 2 set, 3 row and 3 column. Here you can find the axis. Row denotes the axis 0 and column denotes axis 1, and the each set denotes axis n. The set may vary, depends on the structure of an array. Okay, let's create the same anatomy of an array in Jupyter notebook. Let's create one-dimensional array. First, you have to create Python list. Sequence of number within the square bracket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And I'm going to convert this Python list to NumPy array. np.array function. Here is our one-dimensional array. Create one variable to assign this and display the variable. One-dimensional array. Let's copy the same sequence of number within the square bracket and create two-dimensional array. Yeah, and add comma and paste one more time and add one more square bracket outermost this two set. Okay, and convert this to numpy array. np dot arri and assign into the variable two so, and display two two-dimensional array. Okay, let's copy this two-dimensional array and create three-dimensional array. Okay, and same one I'm going to use and add comma and paste one more time and add one more square bracket outermost these two sets. Okay, and convert this to numpy array. np dot array open parenthesis and close parenthesis and assign this to some variable 3 and display it. Here is our three-dimensional array. Let's check some of the attribute for these data types. Okay, dot shape, dot n dimension, and dot d type, dimensional type, and dot size and type of array. Here is our one dimension, two dimension, and three dimension. Let's check the shape of each dimensional array. Comma and dot shape. Okay. See, here is our shape. Don't get confused with this shape for one dimensional array. When we check using the Python program, it display only the column value. But in anatomy class, we have seen the row, comma, column. But in Python, we could see only the column. Okay, fine. And in two dimensional, you could see row and column, two row and five column, two dimensional, two row and five column. And in three dimensional, two set, two row, and five column on each set. Here is our one set one and set two, and each set we have two row and five column. Okay, fine. Let's check the next attribute, the dimension. One comma n dim comma two dot n dim comma three dot n dim. See, here is our one dimensional, two dimensional, and three dimensional. Fine. And then the next one, D data type. One dot D dimension data type. Two dot D type, comma three dot D type. See, we have in 32. The each element has integer. So the data type for this dimension are integer. Okay, let's check another attribute dot size. One dot size, comma, two dot size, comma, and three dot size. Okay, here the element size denotes the element, the count of the element on each array. Let's check the three dimensional 20. See, in each set we have two row, five column, so 10, and here 10, so total 20. The size of three dimensional array is 20. In the same manner, for two dimensional, we have here you could see two row and five column, that 10. Here you have five column, one row, so total size is. Let's check the type. Type of 1, type of 2, and type of 3. All are n-dimensional array. Fine. We are going to see how to access an element in an n-dimensional array. Here, let's add the command. Access an element in an array. One-dimensional array. Okay. sequence of number within the square bracket. If you want to fetch any element in an array, then you have to find out the index of that element. The index start from 0, 1, 2 and it goes on, and it's same as the Python programming language list index. Okay. So I'm going to extract the element 3 from this one dimensional array. 1 square bracket, the index of this element 0, 1 and 2. Let's extract the last element in this sequence of element 5. The index is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Index is 4. Let's check the two-dimensional array. Here is our two-dimensional array, row and column. Here the index of each row start from 0, 1 and it goes on. Here is our 0 index and here is our first index. And the sequence of number index is start from 0, same as the one-dimensional array. 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and it goes on. Now I'm going to extract the second row element, the last one, 5. Then the index of this row is 1 and the index of the element 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. Yeah. Now I'm going to extract another element in the same row, row 1. But this time I'm going to extract the first element. Okay, 2, 1, which means that row index of the row 1, comma, the element of the index is 0. We got our element. Let's check the three-dimensional array. Okay, here is our three-dimensional array, row and column of multiple set. Here the set 1 and here is the set 2. Here the set range start from 0, 1, 2 and it goes on. Here is the set 0 and 1 set. Inside that we have two rows. Each row range start from 0 and 1, the same as two-dimensional array, 0 and 1. Here 0 and 1. Inside that sequence of number, the index range start from 0, 1, 2 and it goes on, same as the one-dimensional array, 0, 1, 2 and 3 goes on. Now I'm going to extract the second set element, second row, the last one, the 5. Second set is, the index of second set is 1 and comma, and the row that we are going to fetch the second row, which means the index is 1, 0 and 1, and I'm going to extract the last element in the first row, which means 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. We got our element. You can check another element. Now I'm going to extract the first set, first row, last element, which means first set index is 0 and the first row is 0 and the last element is 4. We got our output. This is fine. Now we are going to slicing the array. Slicing is nothing but extracting some portion in an n-dimensional array. It is similar to the Python programming language slicing concept. Let's add the comment section here. In an array. And the syntax is same as the access an element in an array. You have to mention the start, ending and step within the square bracket. Here is our starting index range and ending index range and the step. But the end index range element will not extract in the portion while we extracting the data. Not include. Okay, fine. Here is our one-dimensional array. Now I'm going to extract the data 2, 3 and 4. So 2 is the index of 1 and 4 is the index of 3. So I'm going to add the starting index as 1 and the ending index is 3. but it's not include, so you have to add one more index 4. Let's check the output. 2, 3 and 4, we got our portion. You can also step to extract the data. See, here I'm just copying and pasting it here. Here we have the default index is 1. Let's put and check it again, same result. So now I'm going to change the default steps to 2. Here see, here is the index 1, 0 and 1 and 2. See, so it left the index, the step 1, and so we got our portion 2 comma 4, and you can put either start or ending position in an syntax while we extracting the portion like this. One, this is our starting position alone, and here is our ending position is alone. Okay, but the ending position index should not include while we extracting the data. So therefore the index of 4 is 5 is left while we extracting the data from an array. You can also extract the portion of data from an n-dimensional array from the reverse order. Here is our one-dimensional array. The index range is start from last to the first element. The last element is 5. The index is -1, -2, -3, -4, and it goes on. Now, if you want to extract the data 2, 3, and 4 element from an one-dimensional array, then you have to give the starting position. Starting position in the reverse order is -1, -2, -3, -4, -4, and ending position -1, -2. But this position is not included while we extracting the portion. So you have to include one more index, which means the -1 index. Okay, here is -4 and here is -1. This is the starting and this is the ending position. See, we got our portion in an array. Let's check the two-dimensional array. Here is our two-dimensional array. Now we are going to extract some portion. Let's assume I am going to extract this entire portion, which is the first row, WO, and here I am going to use an array 1, sorry 0, because it's the index 0. See, we got our first row. If you want to extract the second row, then the 2, sorry 1. We got our second row. If you want to extract first 3 element in the first row, then you have to use the starting and ending position. First, we are going to extract from the 0 index row. So I have put index here and comma. Now I am going to extract the index. You just put the index 1, 0, 1. Okay, 1, and ending position is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here is 3, but I am going to put 4 for extracting the third index element. See, we got our position 2, 3, and 4. Let's extract the last 3 element in the second row. Here the index is, this is the first row index is 0 and here is 1. So you have to put 1, comma, and the starting and ending position in the second row. We are going to extract the last 3 element 0, 1, 2, and 3 and 4. Okay, 2 and the 5. 2 and 5, because the last element will not include, so you have to add one more index to that. See, we got our last 3 element in the output. Let's check the 3-dimensional array. Here is our 3-dimensional array. Here we have 2 set. Each set has row and column. Now I am going to extract some data from the second set, which is the index 1, 3, 3, index 1, comma, and here I am going to extract from the index, the row index 0, and this row index is 1, 1 index, and then comma, here I am going to extract the portion, the last 3 element 3, 4, and 5. The index range start from 0, 1, 2 through the starting index is 2, and 3, 4, and 5 is the next, the ending position. 2 is to 5 because the last index element will not include while we extracting the portion. So we should not add the square bracket, sorry. We got our output. Let's extract the first 3 element in the first set, first row, which is the 0 index. 3. Now we are going to extract from the first set, so 0 index, comma. Now also we are going to extract in the first row 3 element. So index is 0 and the starting position of this element 1, 2, 3 element is 0, 1, 2, then 3. We have to add one more index range 0 to 3 because the last index position will not include while we extracting the portion. Okay. We got our portion from the three-dimensional array. We are going to see data types in NumPy. Before that, let's quickly check the data types in Python. In Python, string, integer, float, Boolean, complex are the major keywords which represent the variable. But in NumPy, we have some more extra data types like unassigned integer, complex float, time delta, Unicode string, fixed chunk of memory for other types. Let's create the NumPy array first. To do that, we need to have the Python list and then we have to convert that to NumPy array. ARR and assign it to the variable array. Let display ARR AY. Okay, here is our NumPy array. Let me scroll down. Here is our NumPy array. Now I am going to check the data type. So here is our hint. Data type of array. Now I am going to change some of the element to float. Let's check again the data type for this array. It's changed to float 64. Let's add some string in the NumPy array here. Hi. Okay. Let's check the data type. Here we got U. U denotes Unicode string. These are all the type which can use to build the NumPy array. So here the data type is integer. Now I'm going to change this data type to float while creating the NumPy array. Inside the code, how to mention that type. Okay, float. Float is f. I'm going to put f, small f, and I'm going to check the data type. See, there is another way to convert the NumPy data type to the another data type by using the command dot as type. Inside the parenthesis, you have to put the data type format. For example, integer you have to put high, and for float you have to put f, and the Unicode string you have to put capital U. Let's create some dummy array. ARR. np.arri. Inside the parenthesis you have to define the Python list. Okay, here I am going to add the element in float 1.2 comma 1.2 comma 1.4. Let's check the data type of this variable. The float is the data type for this array. Let's change this data type to the integer. Okay, by using our command arr dot as type. Inside that you have to put our data type format. In our case, we are going to convert to integer. So I have added I and assign back to some variable int array. So I am going to check the data type d type. So the data type has changed with the same content. Int. See, the point value are removed because the data type has been changed to the integer from float. It's also able to convert this data type to Boolean. See, here is our array data type is integer. Now I am going to convert this to Boolean. The format of Boolean is B. See, but the data type is B because the data type of Boolean which represent the integer value is greater than 0, then the Boolean represents 1, and if it is 0, then the boolean represent false. That's why the data type is represent as integer. Okay, but the data type has changed from float to boolean. Fine. Now we are going to see two important function, copy and view. Dot copy and dot view. I'm making this cell as a command. Here I'm going to create some dummy array, numpy array. Inside the parenthesis, you have to put the Python list 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is our dummy array. Now I'm going to copy this array by using the command .copy copy and assign this back to the another array copy. I'm going to change the original array element ARR, the first element in an array 0 index to 42, and I'm going to display both array, original array and copy of the original array. Only the original array has changed because we have updated only the original array, the origin array, and the copy array didn't change. Fine. Let's move to the view function, function. Here I am going to use another dummy array 1 equal to np dot numpy. Inside the parenthesis, I am going to put the Python list 2, 3, 4, 5. And here I am going to do the same copy by using the .v function. Array .1 copy equal to array underscore 1 dot view function. Module numpy has no attribute numpy. Sorry, np dot a dot y. Again, I am going to change the origin array arr ay underscore 1, the element first, it means the index 0 equal to 3, and I'm going to display both original array and the copy of the original array. See here, the both original, the origin array and the copy array both changed. Did you find the difference between these two functions? The copy function doesn't change the copy array when we make any change to the original array, but in view function the changes will reflect in both copy and origin array. That is the key difference. In this section we are going to see how to reshape the array. First, create some dummy array equal to np.arry. Inside the parenthesis, you have to place or put Python list 1, 2, 3, 4. And here is our numpy array, and the shape of numpy array. Here is the content of an array and the shape here, 4 column. Let's change the shape of this array to some other shape, like I'm going to add the keyword n dimension equal to 2 and rerun this cell again. Here one more square bracket gets added, the outermost square bracket, and the shape of that array has changed. 1 row, 4 column. Okay, likewise you can change any dimension. Now I'm going to change the 5 dimension and see the shape. Three more square bracket gets added in the outermost square bracket of the content and the shape gets updated 1 comma 1 comma 1 comma 1 comma 4. So this is how you can change the array shape and the dimension by using n dimension keyword. Here we are going to reshape an numpy array. Create one dimensional array with 6 column. np.array. Inside that you have to put Python list comma 2 comma 3 4 comma 5 comma 6 and assign this numpy array to the some variable arr a du and display this variable and display the shape of this variable. The one dimensional array with 6 column. Now I'm going to convert this shape to different shape 2 comma 3, 2 row and 3 column. ARR underscore DUMMY dot reshape 2 row and 3 column. ARR, sorry, typo. Yes, the reshape has been changed. In above cell, I have declared the one dimensional array, but here by using reshape keyword, I can convert the shape from 6 column to 2 row and 3 column. If you add one more element here and rerun this cell again, here 7 column, again I am trying to convert the same 7 column to reshape to 2 row and 3 column. We will get some error because here the 7 column has 7 element, but here we are trying to convert the 7 element to the 6 element shape, which is 2 comma 3 is 2 row 3 column. So the total element is required for this conversion 6, but here we have 7 element. That's why we got an error. We should match the element whenever we convert from one shape to another shape. Now if you rerun this one, for that you have to rerun this one. Rerun. Here it's converted now. Please make sure that when you convert from one shape to another shape, the element of each shape from the origin shape to the conversion shape should match. Fine. In this section, we are going to see the type of methods for creating an NumPy array. The first one, np.array. This method we have already seen multiple times, but it's okay. Let's create one more time. 2 comma 3 comma 3. Inside the parenthesis, you have to pass the Python list. Here is our NumPy array. And the second one, np.once. Here the element value will be defaulted to 1, but you have an option to change the shape by using the keyword shape 3 comma 3. And we have one more option similar to this np.zeros. Here the element will be defaulted to the 0, but you have an option shape to change the shape of an array. 3 set, 3 row and 3 column. Fine. The next one np dot random dot rand. Inside the parenthesis, you have to pass the shape of an array 3 comma 4 comma 5. 3 set and each set 4 row and 5 column. The element value will be defaulted between the range from 0 point to 0.999. Also, the result will not be reproducible. If you run the cell again, the element value will get changed because in backend the random is worked based on the pseudo code. If you want to reproduce the same result, then you have to pass np.random.seed with the with any constant value. Okay, this constant value will help us to reproduce the result multiple time. The last one np dot random dot rand int, and here you have to pass some constant value 42. This function will use to pick some random value from the given number from 0 to 42. If you change this to 10, then the random value pick from 0 to 10, and the result gets vary every time when you rerun this cell again. So if you want to make the constant, then you have to pass np dot random dot c. Here inside that you have to pass some constant value. Then the result reproducible multiple times. In this section, we are going to see some important function in NumPy. And these functions will not be used frequently in any of the field like data science or machine learning, but it's good to know. The first one, arrange. This function will use to create an array within a range of value 0 to 10 with the step of 2. The generator array is 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. The next one, random array. This one we have already seen, random dot rand int. This will pick some value from the given range. Here I have given 10, then the random int will pick some value between 0 to 10, and it reproduces the array in form of 5 row 3 column, because we have defined the shape by using the keyword size 5 comma 3. And the next one, array split. This one is used to split an array to the multiple array. In our case, I have passed 3, then the above array 6 column is divided by 3, then each array will have 2 column, then the array extent will be 2, and here I have displayed. If you split to 2, then the 6 column will divided by 2, then each array will have 3 column. And if you rerun the cell again, you will get some error because the array, see, the list out of range, because this one will split only the 2 array. Here you have trying to display 3 extent 0, 1 and 2. If you remove the last one, then you will get split array 2 array. Fine. Sort. By using this function, you can able to sort the element in an array. Here is a one-dimensional array. You can sort the element in the sequence of number. And below, we have two-dimensional array. Here you can able to sort an element on each row, because the two-dimensional has row and column. The next one, transpose. Transpose is used to convert the column to row and row to column. Okay. In our case, I have defined sequence of number. It's a one-dimensional array. I am converting the column to the row. Here I have defined 8 column, and it, by using dot t, it converted to the 8 row. And the next one, join. By using keyword concatenate, you can able to join to array. I have defined two one-dimensional array, array 1 and array 2. You can able to join this to array into a single array by using concatenate. Array 1 comma array 2. Okay, here is our single array. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gets added into a single array. In the next one, two-dimensional array, array 1 and array 2. Here we have row and column. So you have an option axis. By using axis, you can able to join two array in x-axis or y-axis. I have used y-axis here because one denotes the y-axis and it's joined y-axis 1, 2 and 5, 6 and then 3, 4 and 7, 8. Now I have changed this axis to x-axis, and see here one, the entire set will get up and below 5, 6 and 7, 8. Fine. I hope you guys enjoyed this section. Thank you for watching this. We will see you in the next course. Please subscribe the Digital Academy YouTube channel.